on to the next one. Identify 2 stakeholders will be interested in the balance sheet. Now here, this is how the marks go for this one. Just for saying a stakeholder, you get 1 mark. So just stating a stakeholder, you get 1. Now, so for example, a stakeholder is someone who's got an interest in the business. It's important to say that definition. Your second mark is saying a reason why they'd be interested, and that's you get another mark for that. And then if you explain that reason, you get a 3rd mark. So I could see you here getting only 4 out of 6 because you'll say the first 2 really easily, but you won't explain it enough, and they'll screw you over. Okay, right. Should be really easy. Why would a shareholder? So you got 1 mark to sustain shareholder. Why would they care about balance sheets? And you can say, if they look at the balance sheet and the balance sheet is doing particularly bad, they know they're unlikely to get their share price might go down. If their share price goes down, they might want to sell it now before it starts going down. So there's one reason why a shareholder would care about it. So if they think the balance sheet looks bad, they'll probably try and get out. Okay, a second person who might be interested would be the employee. And very easily, an employee might be interested because if they look at the balance sheet and it's doing badly, they might think they might lose their job. That's probably not easy to lose, is it? Yeah. Lose job. And therefore they might have to look for another job. So try and find that that second line of information that you could write. Another one, you could say supplier. Like, suppliers might look at the balance sheet and realise this company's got way too high current liabilities, and they haven't got enough current assets. And I'd probably try and say this in your explanation at some point. Because of this, they know that they might not actually pay off the suppliers. So what would the suppliers not do? They wouldn't supply, which means they're going to be safe from losing money from them. So, for example, you know when Game, the shop, was about to go bust, a lot of suppliers, so like the games people, said, we're not going to supply you anymore because we've looked at your balance sheet and quite clearly you might not be able to pay us back. They're the ones I'd go for. Other safe ones are banks, because banks might say we don't trust you anymore with the loan and ask for the loan back. The government, because they might want to be able to tax them better. Anything like that. Okay. Now, you know this question, but unbelievably in the mock, loads of you only got 4, and this would sicken me. Like, honestly, I'd come round your house and say, what are you doing after the exam if you bottle this one? It is that easy, right? The key word is, I won't come round your house, don't worry. I don't know where your house is. So you've got to evaluate ways in which the ARGA Group PLC could improve the performance of the employees. If you do not evaluate, if you don't say the on the other hand, then you might as well not turn up, bother not turning up. It's just so easy. Right. How they could improve the performance of the employees. Instead of that, it's how they could motivate employees. So, with all these, this is how it's going to go. You're going to get, basically, 1 mark, or it's all done in, this one's actually done in levels. So, if you write, if you explain positives and explain negatives properly, you can get level 3, and that will get you up to 8 marks. Remember, you're going to need to do a final judgment to get the full marks. Okay. Where are we? So what are the things you could say? You could say you could give them bonuses. And you say the good thing about bonuses is people are going to work harder. And then you can say, but the problem with bonuses is they cost a lot of money, and how annoyed would you be if you didn't get that bonus? A second thing you could say is you could say holidays. The good thing about longer holidays is people will feel refreshed, so therefore they're going to work harder when they are at work. But you can say, on the other hand, if they are away for a long time, you'll need other workers to replace them. You can say things like fringe benefits, and then explain what fringe benefits are. So that could be like free gym. And you could say, for example, if you gave them free gym, it would be a healthier workforce. And then you can say, but the problem with the free gym is not everyone wants that free gym, so what's the point? Another nice one that I like is you can give people things like work of the week. And the good thing about that is that work feels absolutely fantastic. The problem with work of the week is everyone else is really annoyed. But you get the idea. Do a final judgment and say which one you think is the best way. I don't know. I mean, if you say bonuses, that's quite a good way. And then just say why you think that's good.